I cry every night, thinking about him. Why can't you just bring him back? Wherever I go, he will always be there. No matter what day, no matter what night, 'cause he's there for me in the sky. Don't take him away from me, I love him, and he's love. Please stay. I want him, I need him, oh God. Don't take him away from me, 'cause I remember in his dreams. Don't cry for me, just keep rapping BTY.
Desmond Jerome Sr., publicly known as BTY Youngan, was born Tuesday, December 12, 1989, in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. BTY stands for Back of Town Youngin, refers to the area of New Orleans where Youngin was raised, Pigeon Town, 17 Ward Back of Town.
I think I'm Robert Smith, huh? Oh, G, you already know. Hickory and G, we right there, posted up, you understand? It's where it all started at, 1738, 1736, huh?
Yeah, boy.
Real talk. And they said I couldn't go back in P-Town. You know when I heard that? When I was in P-Town, huh? Real talk.
Over the period of time of us just binding out there in the studio, we were talking, and his father was Robert Smith, who was somebody who took me under in my street time. His daddy, right? His daddy and Pee Wee out the Calio, you know, they kind of mentored me as a youngster. You heard me? So once he went back and told his daddy he was fucking with me, that brought us even closer. You heard me? Because his pa gave him the real rap about, you know, because his pa took me under as a youngster, and I learned a lot from him.
Since the beginning of the 90s and continuing to the present day, New Orleans has been the home of some of the biggest independent rap labels and artists, producing labels such as No Limit Records, Cash Money Records, and the artists that range from the late street legend Soulja Slim to Lil Wayne, who is arguably one of the best rappers alive. The city has always been known for pushing out some of the most influential rappers to date. BTY Youngan is no exception and was well on his way to impact more than just our city. Since a child, BTY was an entertainer who later found his calling in music.
Getting that work in.
Right, music, BTY, we in this bitch.
Very ambitious, very active, very smart. In school, he was a student.
At the age of 11, he started perfecting his craft and putting words together.
The whole neighborhood knew him as a kid because when we grew up in Carrollton, the Carrollton area, and it could be 8 blocks down the street, everybody knew. They called them Tupac as a kid. Like, he was very active.
Recording his first songs by the age of 14. A passion he would develop over the following years, writing about the reality he faced daily.
Welcome to my world. You hear me? You already know.
Man, the Curtis City Connect, man.
I know you gonna edit this shit right. It's all about the editing skills.
My shit official.
I already know. I already know you're official. Nigga wouldn't even be fucking with you.
He definitely got into stuff like he knew how to shoot dice at a young age. He used to come to my mama's house and be like, he down the street shooting dice, winning everybody money at the age of 8. He was very smart, very smart. He did a lot of things that that most kids did, but he was good at it.
Take your fucking money, scary ass nigga. You're not
told a nigga take your money. Y'all all right? I ain't come jimming it
Niggas
out.
in the strip club throwing G's up. We ain't no bloods, but my youngest throwing B's up. Huh? I'm on parole rolling trees up. If rap don't work, then chuck back the cooking keys up. Your sister wanna roll with me cause I'm G'd up. I brought a bottle of Glen and fucked her to that feed up. I got your main bitch in the yo, I'm fist to slam. Don't even know, I just like Mr. Got her in front of heaven gates on cloud 9. I don't get tired like Kevin Gates.
Young already was fucking around with Lil Kendrick, Lil Deuce. He already fucking with Deuce. That's already his partner. So, you know, he fell into it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm showing them niggas different shit with the music. You know what I'm saying? And as that came about, you understand, he just turned into, you know, I'ma say what I'm doing. And I used to tell him that, like, nigga, you incriminating yourself on a lot of shit. One song the nigga had where he said some shit, and a nigga in the studio, Meana and them, they had the whole motherfucking 2-3 bars. You know what I'm saying? And but he was you know he was doing the shit he was speaking on. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? The war shit. He was at war with niggas for real. You feel me?
Look, I tell him, look, my soldiers still at war, my thugs still struggling, them junkies still fiending, so them drugs still smuggling, still riding for Rudy, for Dallas and Fatty, and I'm still on parole, still smoking granddaddy. You don't wanna cross that line, cause you be on some fuck shit, still rocking 501s, I don't want no truck fit, cause you be on some duck shit, but you know homie, real nigga, grab that Tommy out the closet, ain't no Tommy here figure.
Youngin was the new Soldier Slim for that generation of people. It was almost like what Slim was for my generation of people. Like, you know, he was street, he was thorough, you know, the stuff he rapped about, like I said, people know that he really was about. So, you know, when they heard him, they knew it came from, you know, the core of him, like, and it was what he stood for. And he was just charismatic, you know what I'm saying? He just had a lot of charisma with how he do it and how he deliver it. And he was so confident, you know, in his delivery. You know, Young will walk around and tell everybody, you know, I'm the best in the city, you know, and really meant it. Not just saying it, but saying it with a feeling behind it. So a lot of people bought into, you know, his belief.
Like Keem, I got a bitch from racing, got one in ATL, running so much game, I fuck around and tore my ACL, sliding in the great TL, with my juvie and her sister, oh that's your best friend, well, fuck her with you, you keep the fucking picture, we on that day's low. My side bitch spazzing out, my main bitch talking marriage, Sailor wanna spend some time with girl, just had a shorty on some other shit, my juvie wants some, it's too much for one nigga, got me the 8 for my mother. 627 bustin' on me, so you know I'm finna stop. She say she'll pop, but soon as she hopped in the trunk, she probably trauma off. She let that weed out, then I hit her with that dope thing like I get dead.
On August 28, 2005, New Orleans will be hit with one of the worst natural disasters in American history.
This song right here is dedicated to the President of the United States of America.
Hurricane Katrina.
Y'all might know him as George Bush, but where I'm from, Lost City of New Orleans, we call him this.
And with much of New Orleans now underwater, authorities are focused on search and rescue
Bush.
before it's too late. They can't even pick up dead bodies. There is nowhere to put them. And people who now have nothing.
BTY, 16 at the time, was forced to evacuate the state of Louisiana with his family, moving to Houston, Texas. While in Houston, BTY continues going to school. Now in the 9th grade, he has trouble adjusting to the culture shock of growing up in New Orleans and living in Texas.
So I think what made him really, really special was his energy. Super authentic. When I came to New Orleans, we did the interview in the mall. of all places. We did it in the middle of the mall at the time, and it was that interview meant a lot to me, man, because I mean, I think that have been his only interview while he was alive, one or two. But we did it in the middle of the mall, man, and people were stopping him, taking pictures, and just to see the smile on his face that, you know, he knew he was gonna make it, like he knew.
It was after Katrina, right after the storm. I was in Texas, but you know, we had our own section, like, you know, New Orleans, where we evacuated out there. But yeah, shit was still wild though. It just was, we was even wilder, like coming from New Orleans. Katrina hit, all kind of shit on niggas' mind. Niggas that lost all kind of shit, that lost people, and you know, all kind of shit going on, so fuck.
Police in Houston, Texas noticed an increase in homicides. It came at the same time the city was filling with evacuees from Hurricane Katrina. Now, the Houston Police Department says hurricane survivors were responsible.
The stress of having to leave your home, losing friends and family, while trying to stay on the right track can be very difficult. Suddenly, with all these things on his mind...
music, bitch! You already know! Right there, Mom's right there. She crying, I hear Mom's hollering, oh, my baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Desmond is shot 5 times in front of his mother, once in the chest and once in each lung.
I pulled through like a G. I ain't never panicked now one time. Like, I'm laying right there. Nigga hit me up on the ground 5 times, like point blank range. I dropped on the ground like to play like I'm dead or some shit. Like, you know, trying to make this nigga get off me or whatever, but I guess once nigga was out of shots and he ran, I got up, pulled myself back up the stairs. Back up the stairs, I just walked down and laid down on the living room floor, like, but I'm looking at this fucking hole, look, in the center of my chest, you hear me? Like, in the center of my chest, you hear me? I'm like, man, like, and I know people that got shot in the stomach and died, or shot in the leg and died. Like, nigga don't really survive these, but dog, I fought through that shit like a G. We real stand-up, nigga. Yeah, that's why I'm here today, nigga. That's a multi-million-dollar testimony.
Boy, he ate them bitches, though.
Yes. He out here right here.
He ate them.
Stained that girl mattress. Yo, that nigga came home from the hospital in my bed. He stayed by us to get well. He stayed by us to get well. And boy, did he milk it. Like, he was handicapped for real. I ain't lying. He fucked my dog up. He shook back, though. He shook all the way back.
Remember he shitted the bullet out his chest?
Yeah.
Oh, he did what?
The bullet came, he shitted the bullet out.
I don't think it up.
So he got hit in both his arms, in his chest, and both his legs.
After recovering in Houston, BTY chose to return to New Orleans with his father and his stepmother.
No, I was homesick and all out there anyway. You know, Texas, it wasn't really like the city, Super Sunday and DJs, and you know, they got barbecues and cookouts and shit. And you know, a nigga just wasn't trying to adapt to that, you know what I'm saying? So, nigga come back to the city.
In 2008, BTY links up with New Orleans rapper Mr. Meana from the rap duo Partners in Crime. Meana would start working on music with BTY, and later that year, they released a collaborative effort titled Me and My Youngin. Shortly after the project was released, Youngin would be accused in relation to a double homicide in New Orleans.
Pay my PNC, but I fuck with Mr. Meana, and I beat 2 murder charges like a fucking misdemeanor.
After spending 120 days in Orleans Parish prison, he was released and the charges was dropped. Desmond comes home to drop Rider Music, a solo mixtape titled after what would eventually become the name of his label, RMR or Rider Music Records.
When Young was in jail, bro, no word of lie, he'll call. Him and my little brother John, they in there together. He'll call. Big brother, how they sound?
I shouldn't have drove. I'm ducking like I'm on that wrong. But I couldn't let my BTYs ride out alone. I could teach you how to switch the clip while that cutter hot. While you walking down landing each and every fucking shot, I'm about to wild out Dallas Jerome on you clowns. All I need is a K with 75 rounds. I beat my murder charges. I ain't had to grab a Snicker. I did it in 4 months. It couldn't happen any quicker. Y'all know Young, I turn your brain to noodles. Eat birthday, big dog, gotta make them out of poodle. And it wouldn't be the first time I did it, cause I done it. You ain't never seen a Glock hold 100.
They got way too many niggas squeezing out here. Wasn't even squeezing last year. Who the fuck are y'all?
Youngin was Penn Hollygrove stayed at Wall. We stayed beefing and we had some like young niggas doing them, Charlie doing them, hope y'all come home, my nigga. They was at Wall heavy with Penn at that time and they was like motherfucking swing, killing niggas and shit. But they were talking about they were looking for Youngin to do Youngin, they were warm with Youngin. But while they put up temper, they warm with Youngin, I look in the car and listen, they were playing Youngin music. Like, I said, y'all playing nigga music, y'all warm with niggas, they skip niggas rap. We gonna kill him when we catch him. But that nigga cold as motherfucker. I said, this nigga, got niggas that don't like him, still listen to the nigga music.
My phone just ringing. My phone ring, I hit a shot, my phone ringing. I'm like, hello? Be on that bitch, Reggie! I'm like, what? They shooting at me, I'm like, shoot at you? I'm running up veteran, somebody come get me. Like, this nigga really, you can hear him getting shot at, running up veterans. I'm like, I told her my phone never worked. That phone call went through. Reggie, they shooting at me. Somebody come get me up. This bitch really running up veterans, getting shot at. Like, and I can hear the shots. Like, man, I had a glass in my hand. I'm standing in the kitchen. I just dropped the glass. I'm like, I hit a shot.
2 years after being accused in ties to a double homicide, Desmond found himself being charged once again. This time on an attempt murder charge, resulting with him spending the following 3 years and 6 months behind bars at the Wynn Correctional Facility.
I was like, man, I need to get some music from him because he was like, man, you know, I never had a manager. He wrote me his letter in red ink and, you know, he was telling me that, you know, he had gotten some trouble and all that and he was supposed to sign with Atlantic Records with the NRG. So I got the CD from his mama and I started putting it on that pip. And that kind of helped build up his buzz while he was away in jail. And he wound up going upstate to Winfield and he was fighting that time up there. And when he came home, by the time he came home, he had 10,000 downloads. We put all his old videos out, made logos, had free Youngin shirts and all that. So I was taking care of all that for him when he was away to build up the anticipation for his release when he got out in 2014.
We landed on the same tip for a few weeks. Just started running. I'm like, man, when you get home, we gotta do that shit. Like, we gotta just take over. Like, yeah, for sure.
On December 3rd, 2014, BTY is released and hits the ground running.
Welcome home, baby. Welcome home, baby boy. Ride of music. Ride of music. Yeah, really though. Ride of music. Ride of music. Yeah. Ride of music, bitch. Yeah. Ride of music.
After spending 3 years behind bars, BTY comes back to New Orleans with his mind on a new path.
I went from chilling in the crib, playing the Nintendo, the cursing teachers out, cutting class, smoking endo, pushing hardest with 32 shots in the extendo. I was hanging out the window, had them ducking playing limbo. Put the fuck up in this moment, they make us suck that. Blocka, duck that. Homie never saw it coming. Strapped on a Nutri-Ground with a sign like I'm bumming. Catch him while he at the light with his chick on the celly. Get to him like X-Digit boy on belly.
In mid-2015, Youngin meets Black Balloon Global CEO, Fee.
Cali Oval used to throw these big concerts where, you know, he'll bring the whole city out. Like, he would put together these shows with big acts. And 1 year he had Youngin. He had booked BTY on the ticket and a bunch of other artists. I was out there with my people when we was performing too. So that was the first time I heard of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, what he called one of them.
What did you think about the concert? This concert, the whole stage packed. Them so boy.
Bro, remember when he got mad with I'm thinking about the cover one.
Geedy?
No, when he did this when he first came.
Oh, just his album release.
So it wasn't the album release.
Yeah, that was your guy.
That was your guy. Okay, look, I'm thinking it's his show because we was in there. Everybody had our bodies and everything. And he got so mad because he said it was too colorful. He was like, this color, that color, but we had to have a meeting. We had to have a meeting after that. And he was like, but now everybody went black. You but we gonna be one color, we gonna be one sound.
Oh yeah, I
like,
forgot that. I was in uniform that time because he had called me and told me to wear camouflage. Remember, that's the one he wore camouflage. He told me I had to have on camouflage. You gotta be in uniform, Reggie.
Man, he was so mad. He was like,
yes.
Especially the people like that was the inner circle for riding music. He was like, y'all out here partying, you drinking, you over there like he wanted it to be organized. He was like, this is a business. This is a business. Like, this is a business of the brain.
What's round human, baby? Happy birthday. Love guns, pictures, nigga, that's my life. My close with what's a nigga, that's my wife. Got in the baby, yeah, nigga, that's leaving love. Music, that good shit, that Katrina was.
So I remember when like Young started with when Miss Meana brought him over here. You know, he fresh out. He's fucking, you know, he's hungry. It's not like he got a chip on his shoulder, but he got a chip on his shoulder. He's kind of angry. He's out, you know. When I would hear different stories and different things that he was doing, I'm like, yeah, this cat's wild as a motherfucker. Like, I mean, I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, but I seen like the growth from that point to where he ended up at. And it was a lot of like factors that came into play with that. Like he started to see, he started to recognize different things and, you know, I guess the meaning of life and the meaning of, you know, what's going on. And I contribute a lot of that to, you know, how Mr. Meana handled Youngin. You know, he would tell Youngin to do something and Youngin would always do the opposite. Meana like, damn, you ain't listening to me. Like, why the fuck you not listening to me? He was like, Meana, if I fucking do what you want me to do and that don't work, I'm gonna have a problem with you. But if I do it myself and it don't work, I can't blame nobody but myself. And that's what type of man he was. So, okay, I respect that. Like, you can't do anything but respect that. So I seen that point. I seen a point where he hooked up with BBG, Black Balloon Gang, started messing with Fee, man, and I seen a growth of like maturity come within him. Like, he was wild to a point, but it just seemed like a lot of stuff calmed him down. And I didn't really understand it until like, you know, I met Fee and I understood what type of person he was. You know, you start to, that'll rub off on you. It's nothing but positive energy coming from him. And that positive energy rubbed off to Young. Not saying he was all negative, but you know, somebody always comes in your life and they give you something that you didn't have. And he took all the good from that. It was cool, the you know, the shining and, you know, all that persona, but it was more so like the type of person that Fee brought out of him that I seen that made him change, and that was all for the better.
We live at the Reds, you already know. Real nigga shit, BBT, Rider Music, Double O, man, Cool Waters, yeah.
This ain't no community service, you heard? It's straight off the muscle.
That nigga doing community service. Hit the parole officer got me. My parole officer, let me on now. Hey, look, my parole officer don't got me doing this. This is real shit. You hear me? Real talk. Nigga get misconstrued. For real, he laughing. I said, my parole officer ain't got me doing this. Nigga get misconstrued. Nigga act like he doing some G shit. That's all. Probation in Peru got him doing that. Oh, bitch.
Hey, why you got the gloves on there?
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, man, cool. Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm just cool with him. All right, I'm about to smack his head on the red feet and all this. I already know.
Granted, bro. Don't take nothing for granted.
He'll follow me.
No, that shit was tight. The back of your jacket. I'm trying to get the back of your jacket.
Hey! I'm about to walk over.
0017 was a movement started with Reem and Nesbitt Phipps, and it came up as an idea off a sound of
a beat that Phipps made, and it sounded like 007. And it, by us being from Hollygrove, the 17th ward, instead of saying, "Oh, that's some 007 type stuff," it was like, "Oh, this is some 0017. 0017," and that's where the brand come from. All started right here in New Orleans.
Cause everything happened that was meant to be.
Gotta get to a family, man.
The game up and still ain't came up, so it's something I'm doing wrong. Can't be when I was young, snatching purses up in Mitchell, or when I whacked them niggas cause I prayed on that issue. I can't continue to sin, then try to look for a blessing, cause God will take my brother just to teach me a lesson. I know this shit, I ain't guessing, I'm sinning, that's why I'm stressing. I live in hell, the devil probably in this session, but I release stress, no sympathy, cause everything happened that was meant to be. I'm trying to make God proud, I've been enticed by the devil, but homie, I'm God's child, and if you're God's child, release stress, no sympathy, cause everything happened that was meant to be. I'm trying to make God proud, I've been enticed by the devil, but homie, I'm God's child, and if you're God's child, my life's not in the judge's hands, it's in the Lord's hands, and if I would've caught life, that was in the Lord's plans. Everybody catching bodies, I'm telling you, it's that season, but I know God ran me in the Meana for a reason. You better talk to that man, oh, you gon' wish you would've. He blessed me with La Luna, he blessed me with Sputter. At 16, 5 shots, nigga, who took that? Look at who fell off and look at who shook back. I'm not a rapper, this ain't what I came out to do. Ask my cousin Glenn, this rap shit came out the blue. Now I'm overdue it, and if you feel the pain on my chest, moment of silence for your dead niggas and just release stress, no sympathy, cause everything happened that was meant to be. I'm trying to make God proud, I've been enticed by the devil, but homie, I'm God's child, and if you're God's child, release stress, no sympathy, cause everything happened that was meant to be. I'm trying to make God proud, I've been enticed by the devil, but homie, I'm God's child, and if you're God's child.
When he was young, spitting gangsta 16s at 16, he was really living like that. That's really his gutter music. Like, that's really, really Backtown legend type music. Like, ain't nobody back there ever gonna top none of that. Because he was really living like that. And then when he went to jail and then he came out and he dropped his music, all that stuff that he was rapping about on that tape, stuff that he was going to jail for. So it was really real life facts. I don't think in his music he was like trying to live no message or like get sent out a message. I think he was really just using that as a way to express like what was going on in his life. But as far as like his life as a whole, he always did reach out to the kids and try to convince them like, I did it this way, but you really don't gotta do it this way. Like, it's another way. Like, just because I was out there like that and I took this path, not necessarily saying that he took that path because, you know, he wanted to, but he played his cards how he was dealt them. But he always made it his purpose to talk to the kids and tell the kids. Even like my little cousins in my family, he would text them personally, go to their games and stuff personally, and tell them like, look, I'll give you $200 if you come home with all A's. I'll come to your basketball game. He used to come to my basketball games and piss me off. He just used to be in the stands screaming, "Score and I'm gonna give you $100. Do this and I'm gonna do that." I'm like, man, this nigga can't ever come back. He can't ever come back no more. I used to be so embarrassed, but he used to do the same thing for them. Like, just because, you know, I guess the message would be, you know, life really is not, it really is what you make it. Like, you've given these cards and you gotta play them how you know, see fit. But if you can go a different way and you have the skill set to do something different, he was definitely pushing that forward. Like, you don't gotta live like this. This really wasn't what life was about. That probably was the biggest message to the kids, because that's who he used to reach out to. The kids love him more than probably the grown-ups.
I just wanna be successful. There's some I gotta give up.